You've got all kinds of stuff hanging off the side and part of the windshield.
What the hell with this guy? What is his windshield off of?
Wow, still just really, really crazy that we saw that as we see LAPD's helicopter going through the shot as we go underneath the 5 freeway, coming out of Pacoima and basically getting into Arleta. Are we going to get on the freeway? I believe we are. No, it looked like they were going to make a turn
in 10 minutes,
there to get
tell me just so I could pay the bill and go AFK.
We continue Van Nuys Boulevard, so now we are into Arleta, and boy, so yeah, I mean, San Fernando PD, again, not sure what their protocols are going to be on this, but they are not showing any interest in giving this up. Whereas, you know, LAPD or sheriffs might have done something like that with the crazy driving that we've seen.
That's really crazy.
There a little bit through the intersection just for the safety for everybody else. But we'll see if we see a pit maneuver or spike strips or anything like that. But we haven't heard about any active tactics to bring this pursuit to an end.
But we have seen this driver pick up speed a little bit here going down Van Nuys Boulevard. We are now in Arleta as San Fernando police continue to give chase to this suspect. Des, you know, it's the 4th of July. Some major concerns as to this area as people, here it is 8:07, as people head out to different fireworks celebrations or different 4th of July parties. What traffic are we looking at as we take a look at what this, oh, he's going on the wrong side of the road there. But as we take a look at, you know, maneuvers like that.
Yo, this guy's off the fucking rails.
Yeah, I mean, we are actually possibly going to start to see some traffic on the roadways. Maybe not like rush hour traffic or anything like that, but it might start to get crowded in some of these areas. As you said, this is the time of day now that we're at dusk.
I'm not gonna go AFK now.
Really excited for all of the fireworks shows going on out there, and there's a lot of them across Southern California. So you're going to start to see people hitting the road to head to those if they haven't already headed there as it is. So
is he armed?
You know, a lot of folks
I feel like even though
if they're
this
not
guy's
cars, they're gonna
crazy,
be out here walking around as well. We know that
it's like a festive dumb fucker.
Because we will, I almost guarantee that we will be showing it to you later on this evening, where there is going to be a lot of illegal fireworks going off. We're already hearing a bunch of them over by Van Nuys Airport. Folks just cannot wait to light their fireworks.
Not like a maniac.
Off. So, you know, I would hate to see anybody try to get in the
middle
of the street
to
do something like that, and then here comes this person, you know, fly them down in a busted up Prius that they might not even be able to see now that the windshield is completely busted. So definitely a dangerous situation as we're now southbound on Woodman, headed through Panorama City.
Hold on, chat.
Busy area this evening.
Des, I know we picked this chase up right here at the top of the 8 o'clock newscast here on KCAL. Do we know how long police have been chasing this suspect?
I believe it maybe just 10 or so minutes from before we got over it. So it has not been that long of a pursuit to our knowledge. And again, it started with San Fernando PD. They're the ones in this, came down to Burbank, and then came back north, but now we're going back south again. So we're back in LAPD's jurisdiction. I mean, we were in Burbank's jurisdiction at one point as well, but San Fernando so far has been telling everyone, we are taking this one. We're taking this pursuit, and you know, this is definitely unorthodox for them to even have to deal with. Like I said, I can't remember ever covering a pursuit involving San Fernando PD. There's been a couple that we've been dispatched to, but ended by the time we had got overhead. A very small department that typically does not need to worry about chasing vehicles. Actually lived in San Fernando myself for several years. Pretty nice little town, second smallest city in LA County, behind Hawaiian Gardens.
This guy lost 1.1K, that's crazy.
Still pretty busy intersection. As I widen out, you can see definitely some people out here tonight. But we've got the
is there a World Cup shit happening or like whatever?
And 3 cruisers actively in pursuit. LAPD has
at 11 p.m.
overhead as well. So, well, we'll see what we have to do. Now we're actually crossing Burbank's final approach again. Maybe a bit of a problem for us here in the next couple of minutes. We'll see, but we'll do the best to continue to bring you this shot, Chauncey.
Okay, all right. This, as we watch this suspect flee from police, this all started in San Fernando and through North Hollywood with San Fernando police chasing this suspect, this Toyota Prius, like I said, going through North Hollywood, then Pacoima also right now, Arleta, and then they're in Panorama City actually right now. We don't don't know what this suspect is wanted for. We don't know at this moment if this car is stolen. We're waiting to hear back from police. But some major concerns as people start to go out to fireworks celebrations and 4th of July celebrations. And this driver seems like that they are desperate to get away from police, going at some high rates of speed. And we want to re-rack this video to show you a very dramatic moment earlier when we thought this suspect was going to stop. It was over, but then look, they go right through that gate right there, even shattering the windshield of the car, this Toyota Prius. And then there you see him right back on the road, right back on the road, fleeing from police. And we are still waiting from police to see exactly why this person is fleeing, what this person is wanted for. But right now, we're back in Van Nuys. Is
oh,
this
hi,
right,
girl.
Des?
Fuck, I forgot.
Yes, on Sherman Way here, and we had to come to a stop here. Actually, this turn actually works pretty well for us because we had some big jetliner coming into Burbank Airport on their final approach. So we were holding for them, but now the suspect is kind of paralleling that jet and going westbound along Sherman Way.
Wait, how did they not know what they're chasing him for?
The edge of North Hollywood.
That was into the
So we're going to catch back up to this vehicle right now as we go by some pretty tall apartment buildings, but you can still see the flashing lights right there. Sherman Way, I can tell you from personal experience, is almost like a miniature freeway. 3 lanes in each direction.
I'm not doing picture by
and,
picture.
it is not at all uncommon to find people driving
freeway
freeway speeds on the street. Just a pro
Shit,
tip there. If you're going
break.
to be a pedestrian on Sherman Way, you've got to look alive out there. Right now, only up to about 50 miles an hour. Well, pretty close maneuver, though, there into the middle lane. Yeah, and some wrong way driving. And again,
what is
so
this
now,
guy doing
lucky for the suspect that the sun is basically set at this point, because if they would have been driving into the sun with that busted windshield, that would be super, super dangerous. But at least that's not going to be a factor for their visibility. Just really concerned about how much this guy or gal can see out the front windshield here as they run through red lights. And
it's the windshield. It's all fucked up.
We are giving now a better shot. So well into Van Nuys on Sherman Way. Actually headed towards Van Nuys.
Dude, this guy is going full sum of his life, let's be honest.
We've still got plenty of road to cover before we get that far.
And as also, as this driver goes those high rates of speed, you got to think about
this guy doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Coming into this car as the windshield is shattered there. Also, do we know if it's just the driver? Do we know if it's just
the whole frame of the car is snapped? I see that.
Or if someone else is in the car.
We've only seen the one suspect. We've got a pretty decent look, and here we're getting a look at him right now.
Damn, he's bobbing some music and shit.
Who's driving the vehicle. Haven't heard about anyone else in the vehicle, but yeah, you're right. I mean, you get up to 50, 60. I mean, they were up to 80 miles an hour, and it's like you may as well be sticking your head out the window. I mean, that is pretty uncomfortable to have, you know, air coming blasting in your face that high by virtue of that insane, you know, evasionary tactic that we saw going through that fence. Still so crazy that we saw that. You just never know with these pursuits. Sometimes they just are very kind of, you know, docile is really the only way to put it, where they're just kind of tootling along at the speed limit, and then, you know, it changes at the push of a button where they bust through a fence like that and start driving 80 miles an hour as we make the southbound turn now onto Sherman Way.
Very nice.
So still in Van Nuys, but now we're kind of headed towards Sherman Oaks. And boy, San Fernando PD, they are on this one like a hawk. All 3 of them here. I would have to imagine that if they were going to do a pit maneuver, that they would have already tried it. We've had a couple of pretty decent opportunities. We're on another wide street, though. Let's see if they do set up for something like that here. You know, Sepulveda here are just as wide as Sherman Way. 3 lanes, with that far right lane there being a bike lane. And there goes a cyclist right there.
This guy's being erratic.
If you were going to try to spin a vehicle
they're not doing
around,
it.
this might be, you know, the kind of wide boulevard that you would want to do it on. But again, we haven't heard any talk of anything like that. So far, San Fernando just seems content to chase this vehicle until the suspect, you know, hopefully they run themselves into a dead end. But, you know, we thought they did that before, and look what happened. So you just have no idea what this suspect's capable of.
And Des, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of traffic here in this area and on this road. When he went through those intersections, he ran into a little traffic, but it seems like, you know, the open street there.
Yeah, pretty open, pretty wide open. Like I said,
Yeah,
you're
these
definitely
guys
gonna
got
see
good
folks
fuel
out here,
economy
but
for sure.
I don't think we're going to see any heavy traffic, at least not until after the fireworks displays are
Prius
over.
kind of goes heavy.
And then, believe it or not, we will actually see probably about a half hour to 45 minutes of some pretty tough traffic across Southern California once everyone leaves.
Doesn't some of them have like
that's not going to be until
brake induction
10,
and shit
10:30 tonight that we'll start to see that. So these are going to be some overall pretty easy conditions for this suspect. There's not going to be any road work out here either. Caltrans takes the holidays off, so I wouldn't expect to see any closures like that. It's just a matter of where does this suspect think they're going, as they
do
add some red light tickets now to their traffic
no way
problems as the crosses the Orange Line busway. That's actually the only
fuck?
place in the city of Los Angeles left where you're going to find red light cameras anymore, or along the Orange Line busway. So they can expect to be getting some tickets in the mail in the next few weeks for that as well. Those are pretty expensive tickets. So as we cross the Orange Line busway, and we're again, you know, on a
so they got a picture of his face then too.
How wide open everything is here. So paralleling the 405, not too far away from the Sepulveda Flood Basin and the 101 freeway. The next major street will be Burbank Boulevard.
I can just stay in here, right? It's gonna reopen the picture.
Once again, this suspect leading police on a chase. This all started in San Fernando Valley. Police
Burbank.
Still giving chase to this
Always
suspect.
San Fernando,
now
isn't it?
going, westbound here on Burbank.
Sherman Oaks,
Des,
classic.
we talked about the pit
405
maneuver earlier, and we talked about how this,
I used to live there.
guess, this guy's strategy, no rhyme or reason, going on the side street one time, but we haven't seen him try to get away because on that side street, when he went past that gate, just plowed right through it. I thought he was going to use that opportunity to try to get out of the car and flee, but he hasn't, you know, made any maneuvers like that going down side streets to make that move. But I'll tell you this, San Fernando PD right there on his track from the very beginning.
Encino's not that nice, no. It's like
they are
a couple nice
right
little
there.
blocks
and,
with like nice houses,
you know, we did see
surrounded by
after they
complete
busted
dog
through
shit
the gate,
houses.
briefly speeds up to 80 miles an hour and then kind of backed off. I mean, we're up just slightly, well, right about the speed limit here. And again, you know, getting on the freeway with no windshield there to block the air, this is just got to be difficult on this suspect right now.
Oh my God!
Miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. Wide open freeways. Not too often we get to say that about the 405. So where are they headed? I mean, it's almost just like they're joyriding right now, not making any real serious effort to get away from the police. Are they just running out the clock?
Don't do it again, bro.
The jig is up at some point. They're just going to run this until this Prius is out of gas. I wish we knew how much this Prius had, because as we know, they are gas sippers. These little Priuses, if they are full of gas, they can go a very, very long time. But, you know, we don't know just how much obviously is in the tank of this totally busted up car. Just so wild to see this. But northbound 405, so we came south from San Fernando down towards Burbank, then north, then south. Now we're going north again. We've been in the San Fernando Valley the entire time with San Fernando PD, which if people are, you know, some people may be unfamiliar.
Chad, that is insane. That the fucking...
It is its own independent city in the northeast corner of the valley.
Like the front pillar
cool,
got like hung onto the fucking thing
area,
and snapped like that.
It is their small police department.
That's pretty crazy.
Is, still in hot pursuit of this vehicle here as we make our way through Van Nuys and towards the 118 freeway.
And Des, at this point, is San Fernando PD, are they saying, hey, we've got this for right now, we don't need any help, we're going to stay on this and handle this ourselves?
That is what we've been hearing. They, I guess, just wanted the helicopter from LAPD, of course. They don't have their own helicopter, and I'm not sure if they contract with LA County Sheriff's deputies. I'm guessing not, because it's such a small city. Maybe they contract with LAPD since they're surrounded by the city of Los Angeles. But
why is
there was
some active
chatter between LAPD and San Fernando PD if LAPD was going to take it over on the ground, and San Fernando said, no, we are taking this. So they do have LAPD's air support, but that is it. Otherwise, on the ground, this is all tiny San Fernando PD on this one, and we are trending back that way, northbound on the 405. If we cross the 118,
the cops go up to the driver's side window and throw a pipe bomb in the car.
We'll get you towards the
not
city
very
of San
protocol,
Fernando,
but
this has just been a a pretty aimless pursuit, just kind of looking like maybe one of those pursuits where the suspect's trying to run out the clock as far as they can, as long as it'll go.
Could be effective in
maybe they
some
have an
scenarios,
idea
I
where
would
they
assume.
think they can get out of the car and run, or what they can do, but or if they're thinking that San Fernando PD is just going to get tired of this and give it up. But that we don't have any reason to believe that after everything we've seen.
Yeah,
they
are a good prank,
still
though.
on this one. And this is a rare thing for them. Again, it's such a small city, extremely rare for them to get into pursuits. This could even very well be this officer's first pursuit that they've ever covered. So, a lot of interesting things going on
2 minutes.
Here. Yeah, Des, and got to tell you this: that the owner of this car is going to be so
the reason
mad.
Why they're not pitting him and whatever is, I think they think
the
this is erratic
that
or whatever.
Was done by the suspect. We just confirmed that this is a stolen vehicle, as police
it's a slow
are in
car
pursuit of this suspect. Which
the guy's not been doing anything crazy. There's no point to readjust the chase if the chase has been kind of fine.
To chase this suspect, we are also still
trying to
why
I'm thinking about this.
Our assignment desk is trying to figure out the circumstances surrounding
the guy hasn't escalated
the car, but we have confirmed.
Or anything crazy.
Is a stolen vehicle. This as we approach.
I think they're just following the pace of the chase and just kind of chilling.
405. Des.
Yeah, that's very sad indeed. And on a holiday, no less, you certainly hope that whoever that is, that they have good comprehensive insurance to get this vehicle replaced. The Priuses were also very, very popular targets for catalytic converter theft as well.
Yeah, we saw the fence thing.
So it's just a lot of issues. But usually it's the Kias and the Hyundais that we talk about with the stolen vehicles. But
well, just in LA, why?
It is a Prius. Boy, a busted one up at that. And
people move to LA for the dream, and they realize there's just no dream. It's only nightmare.
Suspects that think that they could pull a last-second
don't have anything to live for anymore.
Try to evade the authorities, but it did not work. And we are headed eastbound 118, and so we are headed back towards San Fernando. So we've really looped all the way around now. We basically did a pretty big tour of the eastern half of the San Fernando Valley as we make the transition eastbound 118 back into Pacoima and towards the city of San Fernando, which doesn't actually touch any freeways, but gets pretty close. So I don't know. We'll see what the suspect's next maneuver is going to be.
All right, Des, I was just about to ask you that this guy just do a big circle here in the San Fernando Valley. And also when it comes to San Fernando PD, in your experience, how long do they let these things play out, or how aggressive do they get, especially after that maneuver that we saw involving this suspect just plowing right through that gate?
Well, it's really hard to say because it is such a rarity. Like I said, I believe this is the very first San Fernando PD pursuit that I've ever covered.
Well,
but speaking from experience with these
I do like LA, like
they tend to be on
the fun stuff in LA,
aggressive side. They tend to be. I mean, everything's just kind of a generality.
Everything else is shit.
We're talking about that, but we all know over the last years what's happened with LAPD and LA County Sheriff's deputies, and how because of so many calculations and with so much litigation that can come from these pursuits when they end badly, that they let a lot of non-violent crime go.
But he keeps trying to lead them on with these
vehicle pursuits. They end up just getting
terminated. He's doing the GTA strat for desync, like, bro.
We'll try to get the suspect at
He's
another
doing
time when it's less dangerous to the public. But that's typically not the case with CHP, and that's typically not the case with the smaller departments either. They operate with different protocols, and it's hard to say why they do or don't do any particular thing, but just in my experience from what we've seen, they tend to be on the more aggressive side, and the fact that you continue to see them sticking with that after what we've seen, it kind of lends some credence to that theory.
Take the game. 50K.
All right, Des, thank you so much. That suspect still trying to get away from police. We are in Arleta right now. This all started once again in San Fernando, then went over to Burbank. This Toyota Prius, the driver, we've confirmed that this is a stolen car. This is a stolen Prius pursuit here. Once again, San Fernando Valley, then over to Burbank, and then through North Hollywood. A lot of close calls there on the way.
Oh, he's pushing his motherfucker now.
There, and then in that same area there, in
he's gonna crash. I can already tell.
This suspect just go right through this gate, shattering the windshield, and then getting right back on the street, on the freeway, and still trying to.
You'll be surprised. Prius can hold the road pretty well.
We have confirmed this is a stolen vehicle. San Fernando PD staying with this chase. We know LAPD's airship is above, but right now San Fernando PD is saying to everyone, back off. We're going to stay with this, and they are on this suspect's tracks as he still here on the freeway.
What's the other Toyota?
Up to
Yaris.
90 miles per hour, over 90 miles per hour.
Both the Yaris and the Prius is pretty good.
Des, what'd you say? Over 90?
Yeah.
I'm personally a Yaris enjoyer.
Yeah, I mean, we're up to. I mean, this is really wild right now. I mean, and again, no windshield, or at least a huge hole in the windshield right there. And so now, over 100 miles an hour. This is really, really crazy stuff. Really dangerous. We saw him kind of swerve to avoid a couple of vehicles there. So now he's going way, way faster than all the traffic. So my pilot Dylan was noticing that it looked like the authorities were kind of losing the vehicle as we widen out. They're suddenly not behind him right now. If
this car goes hard.
A mile behind, my pilot is saying. And,
I'm telling you, she can hold the road, brother.
Trying to switch out units, or what the deal is, or maybe they're trying to determine if they still want to stick with this.
Shit's heavy.
But and now they may be trying to catch back up, but they got stuck behind some traffic. And again, the authorities have to obviously balance everything with public safety in mind. These suspects clearly don't care about that and are going to do anything they can to get away. And so now we are starting to see the highest
Bro, you probably drive a fucking Altima with your seat all the way back, reclined at the fucking 35 degrees backwards, and you smoke some weed without a seatbelt. Shut up, bitch. I'm not trying to listen to your shit right now, bitch ass.
They are still watching this one from the air, even though they're not too close at the moment from the ground.
Yeah, Des, this is growing in concern, especially here at 8:30. We talked about this earlier, about the fireworks and the celebrations and the 4th of July celebrations really starting to get underway. Oh, is that him going through the?
Yeah, that was.
Damn, bro, he's trying to flex his driving skills. This guy kind of going heavy right now.
Freeway and romping right through that gas station without even stopping. That was another pretty crazy maneuver right there. So now we are off just as we were about to get into Burbank, staying in LAPD's area here. So back in that industrial area, we're actually not too far away from where that suspect pulled that insane maneuver going through that gate and busting up the vehicle. Sunland Boulevard, Vineland Avenue, not too far away from that at all. Maybe a mile at most as the darkness begins to set in here on the East San Fernando Valley, but the spotlight there from LAPD overhead. And let's just widen out and see. We're still not seeing.
This is one of the outskirts of
right on the ground, but apparently they're not too far behind. So you were going to think if the suspect wanted to make like a serious attempt to get away, they might have been the chance to do that. But now, now they're even obeying. And they're stopping behind the vehicle. They even got their light on. But here we go. San Fernando PD is back. They are back. They are back in this one as the suspect so kindly uses their turn signal here to make the turn onto Strathern Street. There are definitely some dead ends in this area. So is this aimless driving?
Yeah, just down the fucking boulevards, bro.
Strategy at all? We will see here as they cross right below us here. So kind of zigging and zagging
little jump there, little jump, another jump.
Area, and now kind of doubling back towards the 5 freeway.
And as San Fernando PD, they had to do some speedy driving to catch up to this guy. At one point, I saw on there clocking 113 miles per hour. Now he makes another circle, still trying to evade police. Des, I was looking at the traffic there, and we talked about the celebrations and all of that going on.
What the fuck? I'm watching this fucking shit, man. Fuck!
Is that worse because the driver can go faster? Because we've seen him just on some of these roads just free.
I'm trying to watch this shit.
All right, it seemed like his...
Sunland again. Will have a chance to get onto the 5 freeway. or heading at least towards it right now. Splitting the double yellows, hitting the gas. There's the freeway. I believe it's coming up to Glen Oaks. Through Glen Oaks on Sunland.
Yo, hold on, bro, this is going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to pee though, man. Oh.
70 miles an hour on Sunland Boulevard. If he stays on Sunland, it'll eventually lead him up to the 210 freeway. And if you're just joining us on the web, this is Gil Davis up in Sky 5 along with my pilot Derek Bell. We are on a very high-speed chase. It is a stolen vehicle. It's a red Prius. This is the second chase of the day for this vehicle. It was earlier today, Burbank police went in pursuit of this vehicle and lost it. Now San Fernando police are pursuing it out of their city. It's been on the freeways. It's been on surface streets. And then in the beginning, it was driving relatively slow. It got onto a street where there was a barricade, had nowhere to go. It rammed that barricade, damaged the windshield. The vehicle's been running red lights. Here he goes into the double yellows. It's been going on the wrong side of the road. Even cutting through a gas station at the last second, getting off the 5 freeway just a few minutes ago. 100 miles an hour on the freeway. We're looking at 70, almost 75 miles an hour here on Sunland. Heading up Sunland towards the 210 freeway. San Fernando police still in pursuit. I'll pull out to a wide shot. You see them there. There's 3 units. Well, there's 2 units now. There were 3 units. One of them may have dropped out. The driver will have an option to take that 210 up ahead. If not, they'll stay on Sunland. He'll be coming up here on the freeway just in a second. He's got a red light right through that red light. Those cars turning their left had no clue. There's the freeway on-ramp. Does not take that one. That would be towards the east. Here's the westbound, and he doesn't take that. There's police activity up ahead. I'll pull out and show you that traffic is blocked there for some reason. The vehicle coming up hard and fast. Hitting the brakes. He's going to dive into a side street there at the last second. And this is oh, look at this, a police, I believe it's LAPD, a unit there. Oh, he's got nowhere to go, and he's going to ram another gate. Oh, no, he's out, and he's going to run. That's it for the car. The driver, though, running up the sidewalk there.
Wait, what?
He goes into the bushes. He's into a little side street there. There's some people there. Nowhere to go.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
LAPD night sunlight lighting up. It might have gone into, we got a...
Dude, there's nothing to do there, brother.
Officer running there. We're going to try to get around the building to see if we can get an eye on the guy. He looks like he might have still kept running here. We're following the night sunlight. There he goes. He's popping.
It's kind of a cool complex, though. It has like a nice little, like, all the anemones, or what the fuck you call that.
complex there. Here he's going
It'll
around
be a cool
the
complex, little jacuzzi, little fucking pool there.
12:30 now, and he's going to be
amenities. There you go.
Near the pool. There he is, popping back out. Not sure where to go. He's going down the steps and away from us, behind another building. We'll see if he tries to get into one of these apartments. That would be.
Chat, I know this guy's doing it. He has a bunch of family members that live in the area, and he's doing crime there to lower the rent prices. That's fucking five-head.
The bushes. There might be a fence there where he can't get over.
This guy's ahead of the curve, literally. What the fuck?
We last saw him in those bushes there.
Is he in the bush?
By the pool.
Dude, stop. Nah, dude, these houses are so well spaced. There's, bro, way too much visibility. As long as they don't throw, this guy does not get away, trust me. You don't even need to use thermal for this shit.
Over here, looks like the officer they're looking for the driver. We last saw him go into these bushes here next to the swimming pool, but he might be hiding in one of the garages.
I wonder if Ellie always has thermal, because I've seen him use it before, but they don't really talk about it when it's live. I know it has a cooldown too, because it overheats. Hold on, is he just disappear?
Alright, we're listening to the LAPD airship now on their frequency. I can hear them. They're saying that he might have gone into a garage that's slightly open.
Oh shit, he definitely did.
Open there.
Yeah, GG's. Why wouldn't you close it though?
That's trouble for the people that live there. Hopefully it's locked, but
I don't think he made it there.
there it comes. The door's opening.
Oh.
Officer looking closely. There's someone coming out with their hands up. That is not.
That's a fucking grandma, man.
That is not the driver.
Bro, she's doing the dishes, man. She's got fucking dishes gloves on. Are you kidding me? It's not a Karen. She has gloves on. I'd be mad too. 4th of July, doing the dishes, you get pulled out of your house and fucking giving instructions with your hands up and shit. Fuck that. Dude, they're wasting so much time and resources right now. It's insane. If I said that was his mom or something like that and he would have gone to the garage.
Hey Elizabeth, there might be another one.
What, you saw him?
Over here in our area, 210. Listen to
where?
CHP Brown. I thought I saw him go in there. That's not good. The driver, I thought I saw a flash there. The driver ran into the house, so he could come out the front.
Why, he's trying to get car keys.
Maybe barricade himself inside that house. That's not a good situation for that homeowner.
Check the game. Oh my god. Hold on, sorry.
Copy that. airship pretty confident that the suspect has gone into that house and has not come out the front.
Bro, I bet you he's looking for some pair of keys.
Through the patio section.
Set of keys to fucking get a car.
To the house.
We've seen it happen not too often, but it happened before in the past. Yeah, docs, GG. This type of doxing isn't bad though, because it's like, it's not pitting the house, somebody or something of any value, so nobody really gives a fuck after this event. Everybody move on with their lives. It's a house. They could look at any house in the street, any of them, and put an address on it. Every house, you could look at a fucking gas station. Next house, you know exactly what address it is. Next house, all the addresses. What about them? They're all just houses. This house is a random person's house after this broadcast is over. Nobody gives a fuck. Like what? Who's disgusting, man? Chicken Alfredo from BJ's.
Well, now the LAPD units are moving in to assist San Fernando police to get this guy into custody.
No conditions.
Hey DB, can you do a left pedal turn? Try that again. You came in real scratchy. There we go.
If the guy moved out,
8:44.
the working all the time.
10 o'clock show. We can be here another 10 minutes.
The night sun has to keep moving around,
we can
right? For stability and shit. So like the guy could have easily started at the front and just sent it on a cycle.
11. Oh, that's right, Pasadena. We have plenty of fuel for Pasadena. What do you think? Into the hour?
The point is set up for radio, but they're if that's what they're gonna do, it's gonna take a while for it to actually do it. It takes a long time for that shit to actually happen.
What's that?
You'll see.
Shows at 10. Maybe we could do the top of the 10 and then have to go for fuel.
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen, so.
They're gonna make entrance into the house, possibly.
I'm getting the lady give him authorization to get into the house.
Copy that, we'll do. We're gonna. I'm gonna do it.
They can proceed without a warrant, but if they didn't see it,
Well,
I'll see them.
San Fernando police being assisted by the LAPD, the driver of a stolen vehicle.
I think so. Weird legal grism.
The day for that suspect for that vehicle has ended here in the Sunland Tahunga area. off of Sunland Boulevard. The driver trying to crash through a private gate, jumped out and ran into this house, is now.
Oh yeah, I think she told him he's in there. Yeah.
Surrounding it at this point, but we're gonna take a break from this. We're gonna have to go get some fuel right now, so we're gonna conclude our broadcast here. Thanks again.
No way, you got a fuel.
On the web, this is Gil Davis up in Sky 5 signing off.
Send ABC.
Okay, DB.
When is the suspect even still?
Go back to what face?
Sorry, one more time with that, Chauncey.
I know. I was asking, do you see any? It seems like all of the officers have disappeared, if you will. I don't see any officers on the scene.
What?
They're right here, and here come maybe even a couple
on
more.
that road. Yeah.
And now, you know, and I'm not sure if these are
Okay,
all still
they
San
are.
Fernando PD or if LAPD is
They just disappeared.
giving ground support now.
Chat,
that we
where are they?
You know, their
I think they called up the
jurisdiction
pursuit, chat.
has
It's over.
come to an end. I wouldn't be surprised if they come, just because again, you know, we're kind of far from San Fernando, and it's going to would be very taxing for them to bring any more units as it is to have any more of their units come and get in this. But my pilot is saying that they do have a perimeter set up, so in theory, then okay, so you can see right down here. At the bottom, off of this is actually off of the 210 exit right here. So we're right off of the 210 freeway, right up against the Foothill Freeway. You can see a unit that is down there, maybe CHP, that is right by the wall, just in case the suspect is able to slip out and they want to, you know, go over the wall or something like that. So they are attempting to lock this area down.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if it's too late, because it's just so dark out here. And okay, some more flashlights over here as well. So they're out here looking, but we haven't heard about them entering the home yet. So maybe they want to lock everything around the home down first before they make entry. That way, if they go in and they find him and he decides to run out of the home, they're going to have other officers waiting there to slap him in handcuffs. So that may be what they're doing right now. But
Might be waiting for Kenan,
not
usually.
entry into the garage, which leads to the unit where we last
Usually
saw the suspect at.
Right.
Usually they want to get a dog in there.
What is
100%.
to the left of this apartment building, or you know, this community, if you will? Because I don't see any areas where he could have gotten away, or no, there's a street right there.
I watch all the
so
time.
He very well could have gotten over that courtyard fence and then took a run for it, and then went down this street.
It's possible. I mean, I'm not sure how high the wall is right there. I believe that's going to be like a public storage facility. Yep, that's exactly what that is. That is pretty well lit, but there is quite a bit of brush between the apartment complex and where that is. So kind of hard to say, but it's still, there's a couple more officers here. They're probably scouring all around around this kind of thick, little bit of a wooded area right here on the perimeter of this apartment or condo complex.
Lit over there? Hold on.
So probably checking all of that first before they decide to go in the house. And, you know, and then
he's not gone.
I'm not sure if it's a matter of if they need the homeowner's permission to go in there or what the deal is, but whatever their protocol is, it looks
seemed like they already got it when the lady pointed at the spot.
They decide to go any farther, but
she was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
We're listening to LAPD's helicopter up here right now, and you know, just based on the movements of the spotlight, the suspect is not yet in custody. I think I just saw, okay, a couple of officers here at the front of the house. So now they're right there in the front. That's the first that we've seen them, right in front of the unit there where the suspect was. So they've got the home pinned down now on both sides, and maybe we will see some entry here soon.
Des,
is it bug? They got no bills, Jack.
See the lady come out, the homeowner possibly come out and talk with those officers, and it looked like she was pointing in, you know, the direction that he might have gone in. This is after he entered the home and may have gotten into that courtyard and then jumped the fence. Didn't we see the homeowner lady come out and talk to officers and sort of directing like, oh, he went that way, he went that way? Right there. There's a video.
It looked like it. Yeah. Yep. She is down there underneath the spotlight with them. She's still with them, and it definitely looked like that. That's what we saw.
That's the guy right there.
See that suspect right there. I don't know if you can see that
did you see
video.
him right in there?
Yep, right.
Why? He might just be gone.
On this is earlier, the earlier video that we were running. This is when he got inside the home and he was sort of in that courtyard area, and it looked like
hopped the fence.
He disappeared. He disappeared into I don't know if that was another unit or another courtyard or another part of this particular.
Sometimes there's like a lane in between houses.
Yeah, it looked like it was the same courtyard that was connected from the garage that he entered right here. I remember these mailboxes right here, and then it was in this courtyard, and then we saw him just kind of slip through the patio and look like he was going into the sliding door. That's certainly what it looked like, but the authorities are still on both sides here now, the front and the rear of that unit. They have not gone in yet, so it's still unclear what the holdup is on this one, but, you know, sometimes they take a long time to do this. Want to make sure that they have all their ducks in a row, or they may be waiting for additional backup, or they may be waiting for
K9 would go heavy here.
Ballistic shields or helmets or some equipment like that. These
officers
got the
smell and shit, right? Dog will alert and push first.
Again, we're talking about a very small department. Here's San Fernando PD, most likely the second smallest police force in Los Angeles County. Led them here into the Sunland area off of Sunland Boulevard in the 210.
Smell the guy.
Here's some
the guy that left the car behind him.
Look there, thanks to LAPD spotlight. But are they
smell
going
the seat,
to be going
go to the house,
home?
and the dog gets the guy.
Their shoulder-mounted radios there. Definitely a lot of communication going on, but it's just so crazy what the suspect has done to evade capture so far, everything that we've seen. And you know, at least at the moment, I mean, they're still not in custody. They still have the possibility of getting away, especially now that it's so
sad
dark.
and grim.
We saw him going to the home, but
it's crazy how much
you know, the patio right next door is covered. There's a lot of darkness
to peek the corners and push.
Sure that suspect is still inside.
Without taking much of a risk.
Right, but it seems like they have a perimeter. You have officers on seemingly both sides of the home, the garage, and then the other side, which may be the entrance of the home. But I want to show that video one more time to viewers once. Actually, let's start right here, showing his great desperation here as he goes through the gates right there, just busting open those gates and shattering the windshield, getting back on the highway, going up speeds up to 112 miles per hour at one point, still staying in the San Fernando Valley, kind of making a circle and going on the wrong side of the roads at one point, still trying to get away from police. Once again, this is a Toyota Prius that has been stolen, according to police. You see there, he jumps out, leaves the car, and jumps over this fence, which is a gated apartment community. You see him running there, right there on that sidewalk, still trying to get away from police. Police are not inside of this apartment complex yet, so you see the suspect there still running, trying to find a place to hide. Look, he finds just a little bit of room right there to crawl under that garage and go right inside that home. The homeowner opens the garage and comes out and starts to talk with this officer. But this is what I want to show you. Zoom in when we see him in the courtyard right here.
This guy.
Look, just right there in the blue. Then he just disappears. And we don't know where that suspect goes from there, Des.
There's still a chance he hopped the fence.
That's right, and just showing you here, I was seeing if our map tracker would give us a better locator than just Sunland. I'll widen out and show you the area that we're talking about off of Sunland Boulevard. There's LAPD's helicopter, Sunland and Wingate. The 210 freeway is what you see on the bottom there of the screen. So we were just trying to ask the helicopter overhead, like, hey, are you guys
that is the only thing I don't know about them. I'd have to ask an actual LA police person
between LAPD's helicopter and
if they can use thermal that fast
right there
in a position like that.
Most likely their radios don't talk to each other because those we believe those
we've
aren't
seen them use
radios
thermals
like
before.
The smaller communities are in LA, Orange County.
Like, can they just go there and just instant swap the fucking thermals and just get in the whole time?
Tell us if they were getting ready to go in or what the delay is on all of this, but my guess, this could very well end up turning into a SWAT situation. Would not be surprising at all where, they may be calling LA County Sheriff's
That's what I said earlier. They overheat, I know that.
That would come in. Or maybe LAPD with their SWAT team. We'll see. It's just not known at this point if that's what they're planning on doing. I mean, they're right here at the front door of the home. I'm sure they're calling out to the suspect. That's going to be the first thing that they do. They're going to do. They'll probably use a loudspeaker on both the back driveway and at the front door to get the suspect to let him know, look, you're cornered, you're surrounded, it's over, come out now before we, force our
one
way.
guy,
That's probably what's happening right now. And then are they going to,
that shit can go crazy.
The suspect refuses to
never know, man.
Surrender, then there is the, likelihood that they will call LAPD, since this is in LA, or they'll call sheriff's deputies to come in with their bear.
There's also a lot of info you don't know about it. Maybe the lady has a gun inside the house that they told her about.
They haven't
she told them about.
Any interest in going inside yet. I don't think that, I'm getting the impression that that's not going to be changing anytime soon. So this could be trending towards a long, drawn-out conclusion here in Sunland for this stolen vehicle suspect, Chauncey.
Right.
Sure, you can have
and here on the 4th of July, you just don't want to have a scene like this, especially for the folks at home who are waiting to watch the fireworks, and also the folks here in this community who now have to hunker down because this suspect is not in police custody just yet. This, as officers are waiting and have this home surrounded as this suspect is holed up inside of this home. We're going to continue to watch this pursuit suspect situation as he is still trying to evade
it's like
police,
Canada,
and police still trying to find him at this point as they are waiting to enter this house.
There are certain laws, but
hey, Chauncey, just want to mention Pat Harvey here. I'll be joining. I'm here on the desk with you, beginning to start the 9 o'clock, waiting for Juan Fernandez, and with Desmond Shaw overhead. Just want to ask both of you guys, has it been established that this person, the suspect, knows the person whose home or garage that he got into?
No, this was random. As a matter of fact, Pat, all of the garage doors were closed, and he found one garage that was just slightly open, and he crawled into that garage and got into this home. And then seconds later, and then also after that, though, one of the San Fernando police officers, he comes right by him and right by the garage, and then the LAPD airship just shines the light to show him, hey, that's the garage, that's the garage that he went in.
Gun locked.
And he's been in there ever
somewhere
since.
else,
so,
bullet somewhere else.
So thanks for joining us here for the news at 8 o'clock. I'm going to toss it over to Pat and Juan for the news at 9.
Okay, thanks so much, Chauncey and Desmond. Let's get back up to you while Juan is getting his microphone on. Just want to establish something else here as well. Do we know that he is in a home, or is
and
he
AR
in
mags
between
have to be pierced
some of those homes
and fucking like screwed in with a screw?
Well, Pat,
where it
we
stops
believe
at
that
like
we
5
saw
bullets.
the suspect go into this unit right here. So they came into, this is the garage right here near the mailboxes where the door was just slightly ajar. They were able to crawl inside. It's pretty dark down there. They're just kind of at the mercy of LAPD's spotlight. There it is right there. You can see that door that leads from the garage to the little patio, and then from the patio into the home. And it looks like he's in the home right now, Pat.
Okay, and that's also so very weird because we saw maybe that was the homeowner come out and talk to police. So that has to be a very disconcerting situation for them as well. Okay, well, Desmond, stand by. We're going to come right back out to you, but we're about to start the 9 p.m. hour, and it's
the 9 p.m. hour broadcast.
Hot 4th of July.
No, I can't believe I almost missed that. Thank you. The 9 p.m. chat? No way. New concussion, really? Is it good or bad?